Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 4. We are learning unit 2. Its title is A Promise is a Promise. Yes, my dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is, or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear children, under the title of oral communication, we are going to learn about how to take turns and different communicative functions. Before this, in English for grade 3, I have taught you how to take turns. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video lecture again and we will learn further to demonstrate conventions and dynamics of oral interaction in group to take turns, practice and use appropriate one, and non-verbal cues for different communicative functions. These are our today's SLOs. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 256. So, whoever disbelieves in Taghut, and what does Taghut mean? The rebel, the Satan, and believes in Allah has grasped the most trustworthy handhold with no break in it. And Allah is all-hearing and all-knowing. Yes, my dear children, this beautiful verse tells us what? The one who disbelieves in Taghut and believes in Allah, he has grasped a very strong handhold. And we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How do we express it? Through our words and through our actions. But it's not important that we say every word, we verbalize every word. Our action itself tells many things about us. So we should be careful about our words and about our actions, because our actions are also communication. That is known as non-verbal communication, which we don't say, but we express it. Okay? So we are Muslim all the time. That's why our actions should be according to the teachings of Islam all the time. All right? So now you tell me, how can we communicate with others without saying any word? Can you tell me, how do we communicate? So pause the video, answer this question to your teacher. Yes, my dear children, I hope you have answered, like we use our facial expressions, our hands, our body language to communicate different messages as a communication function. So we are going to learn further. Through different body language and expressions, we can communicate with other people. Like both of them are not saying anything, but we can see a mother is hugging, loving her child. It's a message, it's a communication, okay? He's not saying anything, but we can see his face and his body language is telling us he is loving this burger. He is, yummy, okay? All right? What he's saying? Stay quiet, good. He's not saying anything, but this is how non-verbal actions can be a way to communicate. When your teacher says, it means all of you should be quiet, all right? So what she's doing, one is crying and the other is trying to help the child. Are you getting it? These type of things. Now they are not saying anything, but we are understanding what their body language and their way is telling us what's going on. So this type of communication is known as non-verbal communication, okay? In which we don't say anything. So after understanding non-verbal communication, it's your turn. It's a very interesting activity. What you will do? You will be given a scenario written on a small piece of paper by your teacher. You have to act out the scenario. Do not speak or make any sound to make it understand for others. You can use your facial expressions and your body language. Okay, so teacher kindly give very simple instructions so that students can follow it. For example, if teacher writes on a piece of paper, sleep, so you can, right? So in this way, all of you will do different activities. So everyone will participate. Pause the video, enjoy this beautiful activity. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? It was interesting. Good job. So, beta, this is how we can communicate without speaking, but either we are speaking or we are silent, we should communicate good things and positive things. Very nice. So, what should we do when we want to speak in a class? Now, it's a test. I want to find out how do you use non-verbal communication. If you want to say something, what do? Do you start saying, teacher, listen me, it's me? No, what do you do? Very good, you raise hand. It means you want to say something. Good job, my children are smart. So here, let's see, what does your book say about it? It's another activity for oral communication, how to take turns. And what does take turns mean? Beta, when we are in a group, there can be two ways. Your teacher is the one who will decide. She can pick anyone from here, you answer, or she can go in a sequence. So if she takes anyone that is non-conventional, and if she takes in a sequence, it's a conventional way. So whatever your teacher assigns you, you will follow it. And what we are going to do, your teacher will ask you a question and you will wait for your turn to answer that question. For example, teacher, the question over here is, why do we grow plants and trees? Okay, so this is the question. Everyone will answer, and the rule is you will wait for your turn. So pause the video, answer this question, and yes, you are supposed to take your turn. So enjoy this activity. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. It's the time for your homework. You will practice different communicative functions at home with your family members. So you will have, whenever it's your family time at evening, so stand in front of your family and enjoy different communicative functions with them. And here is a worksheet. Again, my fellow teachers, this worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. And my dear students, these are the manners you are going to learn from this worksheet. You will match one column with the relevant. So what we have learned? We learned that people can communicate with each other through expressions and body language, and we used different communicative functions, and we participated in oral interaction by taking turns. So in this way, we achieved our SLO to demonstrate conventions and dynamics of oral interaction in group to take turns, practice and use appropriate one and non-verbal cues for different communicative functions. Yes, my dear children, are we done with it? Yes, and we thoroughly enjoyed doing it. That's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning, keep practicing. Take very good care of yourself and the people around you. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.